But why did you choose filmmaking? What drove you to this career?
Uh,
Was it a sudden day you
no,
felt
it
like you
wasn't a
wanted?
sudden day. No, of course not. I've been writing and acting mainly. So I started with acting and
Okay,
writing since the age of 12, 13 or something like this.
right.
So for me, it started with acting mainly. And theater plays in school, but also writing sketches and doing this like 3 minute, 5 minute sketches in school. And the love of watching films came from my father, who's a really cinephile. He's a carpenter, but
Mm.
he watches like a film a day. And back in the day, it was like, I don't know if you know it, we had like VHS, like video
Okay, yeah,
cassettes,
yeah,
yeah. And you had to go to this special place and to rent those cassettes for like 3 days and then return them.
yeah.
It's before we had internet. So my dad would always have us watch a French film because we went to a French school.
Mm-hmm.
And those films were good. Like French cinema was good. So we started with like silly, not silly, very good comedies with like Louis de Funès and stuff like this. But then, we started watching like more interesting things and Godard and stuff like this. And we were allowed to watch like an action film as well. So it was, and he chose it for us. So not too much violence. So it was like Bruce Lee usually.
Yeah.
So we get to watch all the Hong Kong films and the Bruce Lee film. And then in time, it becomes a habit. You start watching films. You realize that you're a good storyteller. But I ended up studying engineering because it was a hobby, Yeah, I was like, yeah, I like it. I like making film. And I did films a lot in school, in high school.
Yeah.
Because we had a VHS camera, a big one. I was like filming and editing tape to tape, like VHS to
Yeah.
VHS. And then I went and studied engineering. And then I realized that I don't want to do engineering.
Yeah.
And I went to work in a restaurant, which was the restaurant that you see in Ajmer.
That was the restaurant.
Yeah.
Right.
Most of the stories, they come from actually this restaurant.
Okay.
The real stories that,
Yeah.
that we dramatized. And there I started just making short films again. But like, 10-minute long, 3-minute long, whatever.
What do your family say when you want to switch?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they liked it. I
I
don't know.
Yeah.
And then, my dad is in the film. My mom is in the film.
Really?
My 3 brothers are in the film. Abu Ilyas is my cousin. So, so the whole family is in the film.
Really?
Yeah. And my father has 2 scenes. He's sitting in this coffee shop with the shisha.
Okay.
And then the kids come and try to sell him and then he goes to the gas station and fill up.
Yes.
So,
Uh-huh.
and my mom, she's just an extra in a restaurant with my big brother and his wife.
Yeah.
So everybody's in the film. My uncles. My uncle is my father in the film.
Okay.
So Benji's dad is my real
yeah,
uncle.
Yeah.
And the kid Abed Salim that gets attacked that gets arrested by the police. He's my little brother.
Okay.
And he's my producer also.
Right.
In my next film.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, and then I started making films, and then I met Yaron, my partner in Ajami, and then he told me, it's like, yeah, I love. He was managing this film festival, and I screened my film there. It was a kind of a project that they did. I said, like, I love the way you think. It was a mockumentary, and he said, like, let's work together. I said, what do you mean work together? It's like, write a script. I said, I don't know nothing about writing a script, I'm just like having fun. He said, like, so let's have fun. And I kept on working, in the restaurant, and then I got into it. It's like I started like thinking about it in a professional way, and I got a job as a personal assistant to a director in this film called Syrian Bride. And there I started like learning. It's like about it's actually an industry, being on set. And although I wasn't set before as an actor, and then I taught myself editing.
Mm-hmm.
And the first professional thing I edited was this behind the scene for the Syrian Bride, which is on the DVD. And then I met this director and started editing for her documentaries, short documentaries. Then she got me this job in a TV station where I started editing stuff. And then we made the film. Like 7 years later, it took 7 years to make this film. Yes.
Took 7 years.
Yeah, 7.5 years later.
Right.
Yeah. We started in 2001. No, it's more. And it came out in 2009, 2010, 9, 10 years, like more, 8 years, 8.5 years.
And all this time you were thinking about it.
Writing
Writing
it, and then taking a break and going to work because we needed money. We were both singles, you know.
Yeah.
And then we started, you know, doing the workshops that took a whole year, and, you know, and casting and convincing people to put money in it.
Did you ever feel like it wasn't worth it? Like
No.
any point?
No,
Right.
Of course it was worth it. You
Uh-huh.
know, it's you know, films are like this. It's a project for life. You know,
Right.
you don't. It's not like something that is in you and comes out instantly. Like, I don't know. It's like you hear this music and you play it and it becomes a song. Sometimes it's that quick.
Mhm.
Or a drawing. You know, I saw there's a video of this amazing. He passed away, a Palestinian artist, Asim Abu Shakra, and he draws this amazing drawing in like 25 minutes, and it's filmed, and it's amazing drawing, you know, 25 minutes, and he had it in his head, and just like puts it out. A film is a process. You have an idea in your head, but then you start finding flows in it, and you need to write a script, and a script is a long process. It's a non-linear process of trying to understand who are your characters, where are they taking us, what are you trying to prove, and a lot of different elements that are built just like little by little, you know, and they're not built like in a linear way. It's not like, okay, let me write this film from beginning to end. It doesn't work this way, you know, because you write it, you reach a point, you go like, what would my character do here? I'm not sure. Why am I not sure? Because I don't know him that well. I don't know his relationship with his wife. Okay, let me get back to his wife. So it's not a linear process where you know everybody new, you know, and they take you somewhere. So you go back to developing the character. And then it leads you to trying to understand.
It's a very long process.
It's a very long process, yeah.